We make story way too complicated. And that's a big problem for writers because if you're confused about what a story even is, you're going to get lost somewhere in the middle of writing it. So let's dumb it down. I'm talking Neanderthal level simple. Here is story explained like you're 5. A story is something changing. That's it. People love change because change is interesting. A caterpillar turns into a butterfly. Whoa, how did that happen? And all change happens in 3 steps. Things were one way, something happened, and now things are a different way. Ever heard of the 3-act structure? That's it. That's the whole thing. But here's the catch. Things don't change on their own. You think Bilbo Baggins is going to leave his comfy little hobbit hole because he felt like it? No way. A wizard and 13 dwarves had to barge into his house and push him out the door. And we're all like that. People only change when something forces them to. So, to follow the chain, if there's no conflict, there's no change. And if there's no change, there's no story. Story runs on the conflict. So where does conflict come from? It can come from outside forces like a volcano or a deadline. It can come from inside a character's head as they're wrestling over what to do. But the juiciest source of conflict is other characters. So let's focus there. If story runs on conflict and characters are the ones who make conflict happen, then making conflict is a character's whole job. Which means stop thinking of characters as fictional people. Because real people are nice. Real people de-escalate conflict. But your characters must be agents of conflict. Okay, so how do characters actually create conflict? Think about Thanksgiving dinner with your extended family. Why does it get so tense when Uncle Marty and Granny Linda end up at the same table? Because neither of them can keep their opinions to themselves. That's the secret. Put characters with clashing opinions in a room and conflict happens automatically. So what kind of opinions are going to help us out the most with creating good story conflict? We want opinions about a common issue in the world, and ideally one that's going to come up again and again. That means we want your cast of characters to have different opinions on the big issue of your story. That's the most important opinion they could possibly have. In Star Wars, the big issue is the Empire building a Death Star. In the Hunger Games, it's kids being forced to fight to the death on TV. So, because the characters have opinions about this big issue, they have something to say in every scene that's related to the big issue. And here's a fun trick. You can literally grow your entire cast out of opinions on the big issue. Take a look at Star Wars, for example. If we collected a bunch of opinions about the Death Star, we might have things like, I don't like the Death Star because it's blowing people up. That gets you Princess Leia. You might have, I like the Death Star and I want to rule the world with it. That gets you Grand Moff Tarkin. You may have, I don't care about the Death Star, I want money. And that gets you Han Solo. If you grow characters out of the big issue like this, then anytime something happens with the big issue, your whole cast clashes. Instant story. But if all you have is an opinion with no reason behind it, your characters will just argue in circles and not get anywhere, just like your family at Thanksgiving dinner. So to get things moving, you invent a backstory for each character that justifies their opinion on the big issue, and that gives them something they're pursuing to fix a problem the big issue caused for them. In the movie Frozen, for example, why is Elsa so uptight about her ice powers? Well, because she blasted her sister in the face with them. So now she believes her power is dangerous, and she wants to bottle it up and push everyone away. And look what that backstory just did. It explained her opinion, and it handed her something she desperately wants. And now, as movie viewers, we can go, If I blasted my sister in the face, maybe I'd feel the same way. Instant empathy. Those character wants are the engine that's going to move the story forward. Elsa wants to run away, Anna wants to connect with Elsa. So since they can't both have what they want, the conflict ratchets up all by itself. And that's the pattern. You put characters with opposing wants in the same story, and they can't help but collide. Now there's one problem left, and that is, why should a reader care about any of this change? Watching some grass grow is change, but nobody's buying tickets to see that. The way to make readers care is to tell the story from inside one character's head. Because when you're reading a character's actual thoughts while they're chasing something they desperately want, you get invested. It's going to matter to the reader because it matters to the character. And then you don't even need to make the big issue literally big. For example, with Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, we care about the high school reunion because Romeo and Michelle care about it. So that's a story. You're following a main character who wants something. They're having trouble getting it because other characters' wants are getting in their way. That ratchets up the conflict until the main character is face to face with the story's big issue. And the outcome of that final climax is the biggest change of all. But you can take the story one level deeper. If the story matters because we're inside the character's head, then the most powerful change you can show isn't in the story world, it's in the character. Most stories do this with a flaw. Something bad happened to your character, it left them with a mindset that's holding them back, and their life will keep being a mess until that mindset changes. For example, in Avatar: The Last Airbender, Aang's flaw is avoidance. When things get painful or difficult, he runs away. Now here's the beautiful part. Things are going to get worse and worse for Aang as long as he keeps running away from his problems. Again, this is conflict ratcheting up. Because the character's trying to solve their problems the wrong way, their problems are going to pile up and get worse and worse until they get to a breaking point. So eventually the main character is forced to try a new way of living, and that moment is called character growth. Boom, you now have a deep story. If you want help writing a story that is simply good without all the other nonsense, check out my writing course, Story Juice. The link is in the description. And if you want more storycraft explained like you're 5, watch this video next.